said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Welcome to the Kindness Chronicles, where once again we hope to inject the world with a dose of the Minnesota kindness that it desperately needs. This is a special show.
Yeah.
It's a special show. We got Michael Dempsey in the, that's not why it's special. But
Happy
really
holidays. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Yeah. We say Merry Christmas around here.
Well, no, but it's over.
It's done,
it's
man.
over. That's
I'm
why.
getting it ahead of it for next year. Steve Brown. Hello,
Hi.
Steve.
Hi.
Senior engineer Jeff Hoffman back there.
There he is.
And then KG, we got you in Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas, baby. Vegas.
baby.
Although
No one's ever said that before.
by the time this show gets listened to, I'll be long gone from Vegas, but I'm here now.
Well, this will be posted very soon. Very soon.
Better be quick.
Jeff, why don't you tell us what we have planned for today?
It's a big day, big show.
Can I mention another podcast?
Sure.
Okay. Well, for years I've been listening to the Adam
Is this a
Carolla,
long story?
the Adam Carolla podcast, and every year at the end of the year he does sort of a best of, and he calls it the ACS or the ACE Awards. Sorry, and I thought it would be fun to try and do that just to kind of exercise my production skills. We got a couple of awards. I thought we could just let that stimulate some banter and go from there.
To recap, an amazing year for us. I mean, it's been a crazy year, but for our little podcast, we've made huge strides.
We have. We've become far more professional.
Well,
I think that the concept of best of really, that's a deep
that's like my
dive.
band putting out a greatest hits
A
album.
greatest hits album. Exactly. Yes.
Well, but I will say, I feel like we've done some good work.
when you look back,
Yeah, when you
on
look
all
back,
the people
we've
that
had
we've
some
had on, we've had some
amazing
great
guests that we
Yeah.
found out of the blue, some of them. And I think we're pushing this, this kindness thing,
Some people are listening.
yeah,
That's,
people listening. That's all that matters, man. And we're having a fun time. We're having fun conversations. We get together once a week. This is great.
It's great.
It's good for everybody.
One of the fun things for me as I'm editing these podcasts is just kind of understanding everybody's personality and listening in. And I decided to create I don't know if we could call it a bit or if we want to revisit it throughout the year, but I called this one Dr. Diction. We did create some bit songs, and I thought, when I thought of Dr. Diction, I thought of, you remember Dr. Shrinker?
No.
You don't remember that from
Shrinker,
Croft
Dr.
Entertainment?
Shrinker.
when we were-
Madman.
Well, Steve's friend from San Francisco created this little bit jingle for us. So let's listen in.
Dr. Diction feels compelled to say what you say in this fiction. Dr. Diction, don't you dare say it regardless without a mention.
That's really good.
That feels like it could be my theme song.
That is your theme song.
We made that for you, John. So happy
know
New
what?
Year
Thank you,
and Merry
Steven.
Christmas.
You know what? All you
is
need is
great.
a sizzle reel, and we got a sitcom, people.
Oh,
Netflix will put.
That's what this is doing, right?
Yeah, Dr. Diction.
KG's the
sitcom,
crazy
9
neighbor
episodes.
coming next door.
Yeah,
KG walks in. He's like, Kramer, we got it.
I like it.
You know what?
I
I
like
like
it. We call it
this.
Dr.
God, this
Diction.
could be good.
That was pretty good.
It's a show about nothing.
Right.
Like this podcast.
Yeah,
All right,
I mean-
so this
Yeah.
would be the first set of awards, and we can kind of stop in between the nominees and see where it takes us. Should we go there?
Let's go there.
Can we explain? Do you want
Yeah.
to explain why, or just start playing?
Let's just play it, and
Got
I
it.
think it'll be kind of self-explanatory. So we've got it up on the screen, and then you'll be able to hear it, KG. So here we
Let's
go.
listen. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Our first nominee for Dr. Diction, Pronunciation Proclivities.
It's funny. I was listening to Patrick Royce talk about horse racing.
horses. Jesus, what are you doing out here, Gorg? Can I tell you my Patrick Royce horse racing story?
Please, yes.
So Royce wouldn't come to Canterbury often back when he was riding regularly.
By the way, thank you for saying often, not often. I don't know why often bothers me. It shouldn't,
No.
but it does.
Okay.
Moving on.
There's one.
Okay, that was the
that's
first
the first.
nominee. All right.
Wow. Do we talk about the
We can
nominees?
talk, we can talk
Okay.
about them, but
Yeah.
or I can go to the next one. But John might have some.
How do you feel about it
commentary.
still, John?
So I've softened my feeling. When I listen to that,
Yeah.
it makes me realize
Oh, boy.
that I put the dick in Dr. Diction. But I don't know why I find it so irritating. I apparently have a situation.
You appreciate the English language, and I think you're just a little judgy about how people use it.
I think I'm judgy.
But he's even judgy about, like, I think I used the word awesome one time, and he said, whoa, wait a second. Is
I
it
use
really
awesome all the
awesome?
time.
Yeah. He doesn't. It's not just diction. It's just word placement. He gets all.
The Grand Canyon is awesome.
Yeah.
A 100 grand bar, not awesome.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
all right.
Okay. What's next, Jeff?
Let's have another one.
All right, thank you. And I this is meant to be fun. It's not meant. I actually appreciate it. My brother used to correct me all the time with word usage and stuff. So it reminds me of my brother, Chris.
Irregardless, let's move on.
All right,
Irregardless,
there
yes.
we go. All right, so the next one. Our second nomination for Dr. Diction. The J is silent.
They're gonna drive the train and make sure if they're on their game, everybody else should probably be at their best as well.
Is anybody else bothered by the fact that Jesper's name is pronounced Jesper and there's a J at the beginning? I don't know why that's always bothered.
Wow.
You know,
I find it exotic.
like the court. Yes, is it a court Yester?
Yeah, it could
Hi,
be.
my name's Jan Schweitz. Good to meet you.
I think you could do that.
All right.
I'm gonna start.
Nice
That's-
job. You know what let me take the reverb off here. I thought of, I wish if I was quicker on the draw, I would have said, Jan Hammer. You're in good company with Jan Hammer if you would change your name.
I mean, that's
So,
just a language thing. Right?
Jan Hammer did the Miami Vice soundtrack, FYI.
Yeah.
Of course.
So good.
Speaking of Mr. FYI back there.
Cliff Clayton in the back.
Any
Dr.
commentary,
FYI.
Michael?
No,
Steven?
I don't. But I mean, we're really painting Jan in
Jan
a
is
very
a-
interesting light. I mean, where's the kindness? But
Right.
Jan's got
You know what?
some. Yeah, go ahead.
Feedback is a gift.
Oh, that's right. It
I
is.
do.
That's
I
being
agree with
kind.
that.
And there's nothing wrong with me being irritated.
I
by-
guess, yeah. That's just
Right.
you're just being you.
Yeah. Thank you.
We love it.
What do you got next?
Well,
back
and
there?
feedback,
there. Yeah.
feedback can be monetized, and
Yeah.
let me tell you how. Because we paid tribute to a very famous author on this, and I understand you provided some very valuable feedback. So let's listen into this.
Okay. Oh, here comes that thing again.
Our third nominee for Dr. Diction, Vince's potty mouth.
Yeah, that when I got married, I went on my honeymoon with the 3-ring binder form.
This is
of
Nick
Vinny's
Flood.
first book and read it before. And at that point, he had some rejections going.
Yep.
And I said, "Well, do you want this back?" I said, "By the way, I loved it, but you want it back?" And he went, "Nah, hold on to it. It might be worth something someday."
He said the same
And-
thing to me, and mine's in the safe right in there.
Were you okay with the swearing? Because I guess John over here didn't like the swearing.
Yeah, no. So with the swearing, I think he had cleaned some of it up by then.
Okay.
Maybe someone had already given a little feedback to
Okay,
clean
then-
that up a little bit for good Catholic boy. Like that.
All right. Nice job.
Feedback to him was, for starters.
So we did a little talking on text about favorite interview, and that was one of my favorites this year in 2025.
The discovery of Nick Flood was one of my highlights of this whole thing.
Right.
But we're trying to keep it clean, and I think that the swearing was unnecessary.
And actually, in this situation, I believe that you were being kind because you're trying to help this guy. You realize
right.
he's an incredibly
He
talented
owes
author.
all of his success.
And you were saying, but you were saying, this is so great, dude. Just maybe pull back down the swearing. You don't need it. Maybe that was a kind suggestion. I don't know.
Yeah, what I've
Or you just
noticed
irritated?
is people aren't emailing me as much as they used to.
Oh,
I think it might have something to do with me sending back their emails with corrections
Always a bad,
with the red.
always a bad sign.
The next topic that you have on here is truly fantastic.
Which one?
The style side.
Okay.
but do we like you? There were 3 nominations. Do you
have a
is there an
favorite?
award? I mean,
well,
do
what do
we
we think?
call one out?
Yeah, let's
or-
call one out. What do we think is the best one out of the Dr. Diction section?
Well, I think often.
Oh well, I mean, if we're gonna stay to diction, it's often. Yeah, for sure.
The rest are just kind of irritating things about that John has.
That's why I thought they were funny.
Yeah, I think you can say often. I just think that you sound like a snob when you say often.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, I
people
guess
that say often, they're probably wearing, like
an
Louis Vuitton stuff,
expensive watch, an expensive watch.
One of my favorite
Dress
things
shoes,
about
no socks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wicker shoes. Remember when Pat Fabian used to wear those wicker shoes?
Oh, those were very precious.
No socks. He thought he was on Miami Vice. He doesn't listen. Who cares?
Speak to the Jan Hammer.
Yeah. Speaking. Okay.
Well, and
Speaking of fashion.
Yeah. So, I thought the favorite one was the Vince Flynn one. That was because I'm conflating it with the favorite interview.
Okay,
So,
we'll give you.
all
you know
right.
what? You
So
put it
we're
together,
going to
you
go to
win.
the next one here, and this one is called. Well, our first nominee for Side Eye Style Side Eye, KG's
I work with
new
Brad.
look.
He's a big fan, watches all the games. He goes a lot of the games as well. And he said, do me a favor. We asked KG if he's amped up his wardrobe this season because he's really noticed more color, more vibrancy.
Well, for years I've just kind of gone with the basic, like gray and black suit coat, and it's fine. But the more I thought about it, I looked at other broadcasters of a certain age in the National League, and I'd spice it up a little bit. So I went with some pattern coats and some combos. And yeah, thank you. It's fun that someone noticed, and yeah, we just tried to mix it up a little bit.
Is this part of your evolution to be like that guy that used to be on Hockey Night in
Craig
Canada?
Sager. Don Cherry.
Don Cherry.
Yeah, basketball had Craig Sager. Those suits, by the way, are worth more than my car. The ones that Don Cherry had custom made. Oh, are you kidding me?
All
Those
right.
things were like over the top expensive.
To be fair, the car is a used Corolla, right?
Yeah.
It's a nice used Corolla
It is
from
very
Walser
nice.
Toyota, where I worked during COVID. And let me tell you, that is a
Still
wonderful
running.
vehicle. I've got some good friends over there that would love to take care of you, John. We can get you into much more economy
Still
in
selling.
terms of your gas mileage. So
Still
just throwing
selling.
it out there.
Yeah, one of my favorite stories was the story of you selling your daughter the Toyota during COVID, and it took
Oh, my
8
God.
hours. And then I did
It was a
find that
nightmare.
I found that Larry David episode last night, and I was going to try and incorporate it, but ran out of
He
time.
became a car salesman.
Oh, it was so funny.
So good.
What are you wearing tonight, KG?
Yeah,
You got something
exactly.
Picked out?
Tonight, we're going with a baby blue shirt, kind of a navy patterned top, some black pants, some black dress shoes, and a blue and black tie. It's a big night. We're in Vegas. We got to spice it up.
Let me tell you about baby blue shirts. I can't wear them, and here's why.
Yeah, you can.
I'm a sweater, and my baby blue shirts turn into a dark blue
Oh,
shirt
the hamburger.
around
Maybe
the
we should,
collar.
Oh,
Yeah, we should maybe talk about. Maybe that might be included in our next conversation.
It might be. Here
Yes,
we go.
Let's get into that.
Yeah, I love
Speaking
it.
of kindness, and John's always trying to help us be the best that we can be. I loved this rule of thumb that I learned from him sitting in as your 55-year-old intern. So let's listen into that one. Our second nominee for Style Side Eye, John's white shirt rule.
Well, speaking of dress-up garb,
Yeah.
the topic for today's show is kindness in a corporate setting. You know, you got to dress a certain way. Sometimes the clothes that you wear helps define the culture.
Yep.
The guy that used to run the show where I'm at right now, he used to wear a suit every single day.
Yeah.
And I would say to him, you know, do you, like, when you walk on the beach, do you wear wingtips and black socks? And he told me that he's never owned a pair of shorts. So can you imagine what those pasty white
No
legs,
kidding?
like Elmer's glue sticks?
So what is it now, John? What have you enacted with the group there?
You know, I like to wear I look like I'm going golfing every day.
A polo shirt?
You know, a polo
that's nice.
shirt. You know, sometimes I wear a quarter zip. You know, usually very highly fashionable.
Yeah, I've seen the quarter zip in a
Yeah,
lot of
a
photos
lot of
with people.
darks
Yeah.
to, I don't know, cover up the situation that's taking place underneath the clothes.
You don't need a towel like
KG, I
Jesus.
was golfing with some guys the other day, and I said, "Didn't you guys ever wear just a white shirt?" And they're like, "Why would you wear a white shirt?" You know, I don't want to see where somebody's belly button is.
Oh, my
But I'm serious.
Nice.
Listen,
So that was-
the pun, the cover up the situation. I like that. I'm going to use
That's
that
good
with
stuff.
people.
As
Yeah,
I'm doing right now.
covering up the situation. I like that.
Yeah, As my father used to say, there's not a black dark enough to make you look thin. That's love
Jeez.
right there.
Okay,
I know.
is this kindness today? What's going on
I
here?
mean, that
This
isn't
you know what?
kind.
We're gonna flip it for 2026.
Ooh.
We're gonna turn it into the
Boom.
Get
ready for the
reality
ratings.
Chronicles.
Wow.
I bet you more people would tune into that.
But a healthy dose of don't be that guy.
Yeah, maybe once a month we should just let people know what we
Flip the
really
script.
think. Okay, what's next?
Staying on we have 4 nominees in this category of style side-eye. So
Whoa.
what's interesting is this reminded me of Dr. Quentin Schultz, and I think it was chapter 3, Be Flexible. So let's listen to John and how he changed his tune on this one.
On the white shirts,
that's right.
Yeah. Depends on the guy.
Our third nominee for side-eye style, John's admiration of Adam Scott.
Good-looking guy.
He's a good actor.
Not
Wait.
many guys can wear a white shirt. That
Oh,
Adam
sorry,
Scott.
sorry.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I'm playing into the
You
fact
know
that
what?
I know.
Let's turn your mic off.
But I haven't heard his name that often. But
No, but
as a golfer.
where's Adam Scott from?
I think he's an
Australia.
But he wore this white collarless shirt, and it looked really good on him. And we talked in a show not long ago how guys.
Yeah, you don't like white shirts
not many
on guys.
can wear a white shirt. You know,
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
That's a new theory you have. You don't want to see belly
you know what?
buttons or something. I don't know.
Correct. Take a look at some guys wearing like white golf shirts. Most of them shouldn't be wearing it.
Oh yeah, otherwise you sweat and it doesn't look good.
Yeah. I wore a light blue shirt today.
Yes.
Terrible idea.
John, you know better.
I know.
We've been through this many times
I
on
had
this
the
show.
man breast
Terrible
sweat. It
idea.
was a terrible
Oh,
plan.
no.
Get the line right here.
Right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I've had that.
It was not a good
Cutting the
scene.
grass, I get that.
Good stuff.
This is really great stuff.
Is it jogging any 2025 memories?
It
of
really
happiness?
is.
Good.
I think a lot of style ideas coming from you, John, in 2025. I'm curious to see what's going to happen in 2026. Where we're going.
I'm really ramping
Style-wise.
it up next year.
I think so.
That's right.
Well, and didn't your coworkers celebrate you by dressing up and tell us of that story?
Like you?
Well, my team. I have a team. That's right. I noticed that they all showed up and they were wearing like a quarter zip with a nice collared shirt underneath it, and I thought, man, everybody looks nice. And then I realized that they're all carrying Diet Cokes and they don't all drink Diet Cokes, and then it dawned on me, it's Halloween.
They're mocking you.
They were
boy.
mocking. They are mockers.
Well, it's
But
flattery.
You know, something was the best that they looked all year.
Well, there you go.
goodness.
That's right. What's next,
I
Jeff?
liked it. I think I saw a picture on Facebook of that or
It
something.
was, yeah.
So that was nice. All right, and this one this was great because I get to know your family through this podcast, and this was a great interview right
Maddie
at the
Benz.
beginning of the year. So let's listen in.
KG's buddy.
Our fourth nominee for Side-Eye Style, John knows hockey.
It's finally coming together for you. Hey, one last question. I heard you refer to repairing a jersey. I thought that the proper terminology in hockey was sweater. What's that all about?
Well, we still use sweater, yeah. But it's, I figure this is probably being, it's a
This is for the regular people.
The layman.
regular.
Yeah.
Well,
I've got a lot of insiders here.
and the one thing I'm getting away, I still will use sweater, but the one thing I am getting away from as a Minnesotan, we don't call them breezers anymore in the NHL. You know, you'll really show your colors if you call them breezers.
What are they?
What do you call them?
Hockey pants. They're just pants.
Hockey pants.
Because we are the only region that calls them breezers, and I get looked at really funny. What do you call them breezers? And they just know you're a Minnesotan. But
that's
they think
hilarious.
it's a crazy.
Oh, thank you for humoring me, you guys.
Yeah, I don't know if it was that hilarious now that I look back on it.
But it was good to know jersey versus sweater.
I mean, you hear hockey people talk about their sweaters.
What I hear there is that it's cool to say sweater, and it's not
The
cool.
game started outdoors. They had to wear warmer, thicker sweaters,
right?
Which were jerseys.
It's cool.
Now
to
they
say
really
that.
are jerseys, but back in the day, they were sweaters.
You know, people learn stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KG
Listening
at
to
the
this,
the hockey tournament last year, I saw an interview with you, and it was Kirsten Lindquist. No, I'm sorry, that she's a anchor from a long time ago, but the blonde gal and someone else had you referred to what they were wearing as their sweaters. You were in a suit, but they were dressed up with their alma mater or whatever.
Yeah,
you
they had
call
their
it.
hockey sweaters on.
Yeah, and you called them the sweater.
Their
So I had
hometown
never
sweater,
heard that
yeah.
before.
KG, I just only because
Megan Newquist.
Oh,
There you
that's
go,
who it was,
Megan.
Megan
Yep.
Newquist. That was I remember listening to
Yummy.
that pod. Okay,
I know.
all
Total.
right.
Oh,
I was listening to that podcast. I was in Tucson last January, and I remember listening to it on a walk. It brought back more memories now in the winter. But KG breezers, I want to ask you about that. Do you? Because I still refer
I've
to
called
them.
them breezers all my life.
Yeah, me too.
Because, Minnesota guy, right? Everybody here calls them breezers, so I'm in trouble there because it's hard to change when for 50 plus years you've been calling them breezers. So he got me on that one. I mean, they do call them hockey pants, but
was that unique to Minnesota? I mean, I haven't played hockey since the 80s, and they were always breezers. So if you play hockey in Boston in 85 or 90, you wouldn't wear breezers. It's absolutely unique to Minnesota.
He made it sound that way. I don't know. I played junior hockey with some guys that, and this is going back 40 years, but they called them breezers. So
okay, good. All right. I was just
he's right about the National League. They do call them hockey pants around the room here, but I still
room.
call them
There's
breezers,
another
to be
one.
honest.
It's the room. That's what we refer to most places it's a locker room. There, it's just the room.
Gotcha.
And I like that.
It's the
very
room,
hockey.
man.
The word breezers evokes sort of a feeling of fresh scents.
Oh no.
And breezers, generally speaking, don't exactly.
I think they allow you to breathe.
But
They're really airy.
I had the benefit of getting to listen to that podcast recently, and Kevin said how well kept your cousin keeps along with the other two, and
yes.
there's not that stench of hockey equipment.
He's a professional.
They keep it clean and they keep it. I also appreciated the culture. You're looking at your watch, so I'm boring you. Go ahead.
No.
He's got to keep an eye on the time.
I'm cognizant.
A hot date.
Just hold on. I'm cognizant of the fact that our guest KG has to take a shower.
He's got stuff to do
at the top of the hour.
He's got to put a suit on.
That's right. So he doesn't smell like breezers.
Let's keep it going.
Well, so should we all say which one of the four nominees? I'm going to start.
Go ahead.
I like white shirt rule.
I do
I'm going to
too.
say white shirt rule. Yeah.
Now, you can wear like an Oxford that's a white shirt, but when you wear a golf shirt, like a polo,
yeah,
and you've got the situation. Like men of a certain age, like their pecs turn into something that aren't
couple of floppy pancakes is what that's what this floppy pancakes.
bad.
Go ahead.
Do some push-ups. Go ahead. What do you got, Steve?
I would say that sounds like a gripe, and it's a common thing where
whatever.
Elder. I like the observation from my friend Brad, who thought KG's cranked up his style a little bit. I think that's a positive angle. He's into 2026 now. He's going to be a style icon, I think, by the end of the year.
Well, and he's capitalizing on his strengths and saying, you know what, I'm gonna dress it up here, dress it up a lot here. So I liked it too. It taught me something, like maybe I should look at my wardrobe and make brighter colors.
And for the longest time, you weren't supposed to wear navy with black, and KG's wearing a navy black combo, but I think that's acceptable now. So we're gonna see it tonight on the program, and we'll let you know how we feel.
Yeah.
KG, can I ask
can't wait.
Can I ask one favor? Can you, like, a couple of times this year, start introducing an ascot? Could you just do that? Just an ascot, like just.
Yes,
what is that?
That might be too far.
No.
With a little
Maybe I'll go rental.
wooden
Seriously.
icon.
That could take you from minor local celebrity
He's onto
to
something.
international celebrity. If you start wearing an ascot,
Yeah.
Michael, that might be the best idea.
With a wooden stick,
You know what?
logo
With the
or
wooden
a Kindness
sticks,
Chronicles logo.
they have the little. They got the little.
You got some real estate there too,
then what?
KG. You got some real estate there.
No,
to
I don't know.
I'll
really-
give it some serious thought. It's tempting. It's very tempting.
It could prop up one of the chins. How the ascot sits.
Oh yeah, the chin's get in the way. It's no good.
Yeah.
None
You know
of
what,
it's
KG?
good.
Why don't you go hit the shower, clean it up so you don't.
Boys,
This has been a great year.
Happy New Year.
All right.
And,
Happy New Year, KG.
Off we go. Have a good night, you
All right,
guys.
have a good
Thanks,
game.
KG.
We're not done yet, though.
No,
No.
we're still going.
We're just done with KG.
Yeah.
And off he goes.
And he was wearing the baby blue shirt tonight.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a suit jacket, though. He'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll
I think
see.
the ascot's a great idea. I'm
It'll
with
be
it.
it'll be black tonight.
What else we got, Jeff?
I thought we could recollect on some of our favorite interviews.
Yeah, favorite interviews.
Yeah,
you know what?
that's what this show's about, man.
It's fun looking back,
Yeah.
and you realize, man, we've done a lot of interviews this
Yes, we have.
this year. We've had some guests. We've had some weeks where we didn't have a guest. My favorite interview that we did was when we had the two gals from Ukraine
Yeah.
on with us, Alyssa and Dasha. Where you live, have you experienced missiles and the chaos of war?
On a daily basis. Mostly men are fighting, but women help too. Of course, there are some soldiers who are women, but they mostly help with nursing and volunteering, like providing our soldiers with medicine, other aids.
Many women have to take man's job
Yeah.
because they have no choice. But this is that I'm proud of, because women are actually the gender that showed from the war that they can do it.
Just such impressive young people, living a very difficult situation. They're over here for a few weeks, living with the Newcomb family. But it just made me feel like we really got it good here in the United States.
Yeah.
And those girls, how impressive.
I think it was one of the first times this little show has kind of gained a worldview. We don't really get a worldview often. We're Minnesota people. We talk to
No, we like to
a
keep
lot
it
of people from the
Matamidi.
Midwest. Yeah, so getting a worldview of how they perceive America and from their culture perspective, it was quite an eye-opening experience. They were very impressive people for what they're going through and what they're looking forward.
Very poised, very positive.
Articulate, yeah.
What I loved about that particular interview, I walked away going, my goodness, I'm not doing enough. I mean, the gentleman that took those two in, and
Mike Newcomb,
thank you, to go out on a limb and say, yeah, I'm going to have two young people just sort of move in with me, and then I'm going to expose them to a different culture. And I mean, now that's service. That's being in services. So I remember listening, going, okay, you can give money to an organization, or you can, go to a gala, or you can do something, but to actually give your time, you don't know. That was crazy.
Yeah,
It was crazy. That was really good. Yeah, I love the interview as well, but it also for being something that would motivate you to do something. It was crazy.
And just to be clear, he had to move in with the family.
Right.
And when you talk about exposing and having young girls move in with you, I just want to make sure that this is not a
no one else was
Epstein
thinking that.
Island
No
sort
one
of-
else was thinking that.
Well,
John,
I
but
just,
that's good.
In this day and age, you have to qualify that.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's good.
You're so pure, Michael.
That was a great interview, though.
Yeah,
I would
and
agree.
in service to his kids too, because his kids were getting exposed to different cultures and
Well,
stuff.
but
so
he
I thought
had someone who had been previously a part of that program actually move in a young man, right, and go to school here. So anyway, just the interview was it motivated some real introspection of, okay, what is being in service to? What is it to really give? And
Well,
that was
speaking of
incredible.
that,
Yeah.
I'm going to pivot. We had a couple of guys that have served the country in a significant way.
Mm-hmm.
We had Major, I think he might now already be Lieutenant Colonel. Andrew Melander was on. Maybe he's still Major, but it's in process. And then we had one of my favorite interviews, Command Sergeant Major, Divisional Command Sergeant Major.
That's right.
Mark with
Dempsey.
a C.
Yeah,
Dempsey.
awesome.
Yeah.
Not Mac.
I think not Mac. I have trouble posting. I can't see. Now, when I'm posting these things, sometimes my typing and my vision don't match up.
Right.
So every single week, I get a text from Steve. Would you please fix this? Fix that.
I do it kindly. I know
You
that
do.
I know that you have some issues sometimes
I have.
with numbers and with spelling. But yeah,
every week it's something.
Mark Dempsey was a great interview. And interesting,
Cool guy,
and
too.
impressive guy. Yeah,
it was great. Thanks for bringing him in, Mike.
He's snirking over here.
That was great that you guys had him on. I'm going to tell you something. He was really nervous to come.
What? Really?
He was nervous to come and sit, but when he left, he was on cloud nine. You all made him feel so relaxed, and because you made him feel so relaxed, he was very open. I mean, I think very open.
Well,
about his experience, and you guys were able to extract that out of him, and that made his experience and the experience and what the listeners probably heard, that much better because it was so honest.
Also, we got information from him after the fact that he had to get a lot of permission to be able to do that.
Lots.
That was quite interesting. A lot of people from the U.S. government had to listen to this podcast, understand what we're about to make sure we weren't going to be putting him in a weird position, which I don't feel like we did.
No, he was excellent.
Yeah.
And impressive people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I don't know where you guys find these guests, but all three of you have been able to get very impressive academically, just in people that are doing amazing things, not just in the community but in the world. Some doctors that are doing incredible things. That the doctor who called us from the super rink in Blaine.
Yes.
Do you remember that? He called us.
Brandon Moriarty.
Oh, yeah.
Super genius.
Right.
Great hair. He's got a long ponytail. It just works for him. So Dr. Brandon works at the University of Minnesota, and also Dr. Greg Bielman, who's
That's right.
the CEO of the University of Minnesota Physicians Group. We've had and Dina.
Right.
Nurse Dina. We had Nurse Dina on. We've had some medical professionals that, really makes you appreciate the fact that there are people out there that are willing to take on that kind of a profession.
And these people aren't the people that really get seen or heard. I think these are the people that are sort of unsung heroes oftentimes.
We've also had some national guests. Jeff has been able to get us, Dr. Q, Dr. Quentin Schultz, the guy who wrote "You'll
Thank
Shoot
you for,
Your Eye Out."
Yeah, letting me pursue that. Mark Sharonbrock.
Oh yeah.
I had seen back in high school, and that was really fun to hear his story and read his book.
Sharon Eubank.
Yeah,
that was she was a good get. KG, we're still waiting on Yogi Berra's granddaughter, but you know what? I would imagine that by
maybe
the time,
2026 we'll get
we could get Yogi Berra's great.
Yeah, we can wait a little bit for a generation.
Another favorite interview of mine that we broke into two parts just because it went long was Billy McLaughlin.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
We couldn't stop that guy from talking. He had a lot to say.
Yeah, he had it kind of laid out. He kind of needed to follow his storyline.
Yeah.
We tried to push him through, and it wouldn't. So it was like we needed to hear all of it, and it was actually really interesting and really smart and talented dude.
And now every time I drive by his house, I look at that old bus that he's got parked out in front of his yard.
Really?
Yeah, he's got the bus that's got 4 million miles on it.
Geez.
He's got a name for that bus. I'll put it in the on the video. I can't think of the name, but he's named it. And
I could think of a name for that bus.
Oh wow! I bet you it really smells bad too. The common denominator is some of the best guests that you've all had. And well, I'll say we've all had. Is that they are in service too, that they feel like, you say unsung heroes, but many of them just feel like they're in service to something much bigger, something much greater.
Exactly.
And that, I just think that's so inspiring. That's so great that you give them the forum to be in service to, and they get excited about being in service to. It's not about them. And I love that about most of our guests.
One of the guests that I really enjoyed was your kid, Ben Brown.
Oh, yes.
Speaking of in service to the environment.
Right.
The
As
work
well
that
as
he's
to
doing.
young people.
Yeah, just what a cool kid.
I think he sort of spoke for his generation pretty well. Like
I thought he did, too.
we
That's
think
an
of young
understatement.
kids.
That's an understatement. More than pretty well.
You know what I heard today that I thought was very fascinating? That the Generation Z, Gen Z, are the best churchgoers of any generation right now. They're going
Really?
back to church, and I think a lot of it has to do with living through COVID and just this need to connect with
Yeah.
people. We had someone on that was talking about the importance of connecting with people.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember who that was, but
Jeff?
I was just going to say, on the topic of that generation, I love the Selfless Scholars finally being able to see that recording.
Yeah.
And you posted it at Thanksgiving, a
Yeah.
perfect time for that.
It was
So
only
the
6
stories
months
was
after the
great.
fact.
No, but it was great to hear it. It was timed perfectly when you think about
Also
it.
sounded really great.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to say something, or I'm going to?
I was just going to say, I feel like this re-listen and rethinking all that, we're really getting all the oxytocin out of this. Like these people, listening to these people's stories, we're the ones, our little group listening to them are the
Yeah.
people that are getting this inspirational oxytocin hit.
Jalen Jones, remember Jalen
Yeah.
Jones?
Yeah.
I've become a friend of Jalen's. I'm actually writing a letter of recommendation for him to get into the entrepreneur program at the University of St. Thomas. And I mean, what an impressive! We've had some impressive young people.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, Mario Esteb, our
Mario.
old intern.
Yep.
Who didn't do quite as much as the current intern. He would show up and I think he'd post something every once
He's
in a while.
doing, I'm sure, great things
Oh,
at
he is doing great
Syracuse. I
things.
think
I think our hopes for this show changed a little bit before. We didn't give him much to work with. I guess.
Can we spend a minute and talk about gratitude for some of the people that listen?
Yeah.
That provide us feedback.
Yes.
Yes.
Number one with the bullet is our friend Nick Flood.
Nick Flood.
Yes.
Mainly because he brought a whole bunch of 100-grand bars.
Thanks,
And he
Nick.
checks in every once in a while, sends a note and tells us a couple
What a great
interesting
guy.
things. Yeah.
I mean, he is the guy that we should all aspire to be.
Love that
and I
guy.
mean that sincerely.
Yeah.
But not only is he the guy we should all aspire to be, if you listen to him, that was another one where I played listener. That guy can tell a story.
Oh, he's great.
Oh my goodness. When he was telling stories about you all growing up with Vince and hanging out in the yard and the sledding hill and the basement and the college, he could tell a story.
He really could.
I mean, he just did an amazing job.
It painted a great picture.
Yeah, very warm. He was really good.
Well, and he showed up at my dad's wake.
Oh wow.
I mean, what a guy.
Yeah.
And he lives
Yeah.
way on the west side of town. What an impressive guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have known that because he showed up at the Selfless Scholar event.
Yeah.
And we had no
Just
idea.
to meet us, yeah.
And he almost gave you and I a bear hug.
I know.
He looked at you like you were a rock star, and then he looked at me like, and you, and I was like, who are you? And biggest smile, bigger than life. I mean, yeah, I agree. Nick Flood, good listener.
To be clear, Steve is a rock star.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well,
Yeah, well,
he's
he
got
is.
his greatest hits album coming.
Yeah, working on it.
Continuing on the topic of gratitude, thanks for letting me and trusting me with some of this gear and launching a YouTube channel and being able to kind of pursue some of the video pieces of this. 'cause
Are
I
you
think it's fun.
serious? Are you serious right now? Like you remember you were the intern in March. In March, 9 months ago, you just showed up and said, I just want to see what's going on. And now we sit here and lighting's happening.
But I found my peeps and I could just sit here and listen. And then I'm like, how do I help
I mean,
like
look at
contribute? I have long stories.
This
so
is motivation. I've got to do something about this situation.
Hey, 2026. We're sitting down.
Good God, it's so terrible.
Nah, it's just
Don't look.
Just a bad angle.
Don't look. But Jeff, I again,
crop it.
listener, yeah, crop. That's service. As a listener, as a contributor, Jeff, my goodness, like unbelievable the work that you've done.
It's really fun.
Unbelievable what you have injected.
So, Michael, as you know, my mind works like a movie. So now I have an outlet to actually put movie clips and stuff at the beginning, and these guys just have to sit through it. So anyway.
No, and if you haven't found us on YouTube, you have to check out some of the stuff that Jeff's put together on YouTube. I mean, let me explain how this works.
Yeah.
I literally have nothing to do with this show except for show up and start to talk. I do post it. And then I post it incorrectly by having typos and stuff like that.
Sure.
You do a great job, though, and not one of us is better than all of us together. We're a team.
Listen to that.
Damn it.
Can I offer an award? Can I offer an award to Jeff?
Yeah.
We're kind of Jeff talk right now.
Intern of the
My
MVP.
favorite clip of any audio clip you've played, and I thought it fit so perfectly, Well, actually, there's two, but Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like how that show started, Jeff. It was so great. That clip and how the music came in, great. Also,
and he hit the post.
Stripes.
Stripes.
That
Another
stripe
good
clip
one.
with, I think it was with your brother. No, I don't remember that.
That
one.
was with his brother.
Oh man,
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise.
Those are two great clips.
Those will probably get us deplatformed on YouTube.
Probably.
But you know what? You never know until you try. What are the chances that somebody that cares about that intellectual property,
I hope they do,
will actually find their way to the Kindness Chronicles podcast?
That would be good.
Then we'll get them on. We'll talk about what their beef
well,
is.
there's something
What's your beef with
called,
us?
it's called fair use, and if we use it and change it and transform it, we can use copyrighted material in our podcast as long as it's educating and transforming.
He's a lawyer too.
Well, I've done a lot of studying of it. I'm not a lawyer like John is. So.
That's right. Nobody's a lawyer like John is. Pretend lawyer.
Do we have another guest that we want to give gratitude to, or
Yeah, I mean,
Nick Flood was with a bullet for
people
sure.
People that listen to the show that give me feedback. Guys like Marty Rathman or gives
what's
me
Marty
some
say?
feedback from time to time. I wanna also mention my friend from high school, Lisa McCauley. Lisa McCauley posted something on Facebook this past week. We didn't do a show for
Christmas,
Christmas, so I reposted the interview that we did with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa, you got to find this. Her name is Lisa McCauley Ritland, and she posted a photograph of a letter that her dad left the family when he passed away. And it is the most. I mean, I was bawling my eyes out. Uncle Harry called me, goes, "Did you see that letter?" And I'm like, absolutely. I read it to Becky. She's bawling her eyes out. It was so beautiful. And to me, this is what the Kindness Chronicles is all about. When you see that letter, and I encourage everybody to go find that letter and like it or love it, because as a dad, what a gift that dad left for the family. And it's just, I should find it and read the thing at some point on this show. But thank you, Lisa, for sharing that letter. I read it on Christmas Eve, and it was the highlight of Christmas Eve. It was the letter that we all should write before we tip.
Well, I will say that I listened to the full replay of the episode with your dad, and I found a lot of inspiration out of that. I thought that was very sweet, especially at the end. How great is that you have that now forever? We can pull it up and hear your dad and him and you talking. That was fantastic.
It was very meaningful, and we actually had two guests that we lost this year.
Yeah.
Ken Fried.
Yeah,
Ken Fried, who was the guy that was the big music therapy guy that was working with Dr. Michael Georgieff. What is he, about 70 years old, and he was doing a triathlon, and he was swimming out here in White Bear Lake.
Oh man!
And had a heart attack. And it was like a month after we had him on the show.
We had him on, and he had passed away. We had gotten the sad news, but of course I went down and researched, and he had done so much for youth and had a lot of great things to say about brain development and music. And I remember, Steve, you really were engaged and excited about that. Yeah. We lost another person, and I do have a couple sound clips from that show. So let me just play this one here if I can.
Okay. So, Dad, what advice would you give to a new dad?
Advice to a new dad. I think the thing that you have to do is just let the kids do their thing, within reason. You don't want to encourage them to do something that's not good, but don't hold them back either.
I mentioned the fact that you always were a guy that said, "What are you worried about your grades for?" Which I just thought was a very interesting.
The diploma that hangs on your wall doesn't say your grade point average.
Oh, that was another one of his famous lines.
It's true. Nobody cares if you were the number one or the bottom in the class.
That was one of the things I loved. And Steve, I remember when I first showed up, I was taking notes, but I had been listening to some episodes, and I was taking notes to just see how the podcast ran, but also just the great wisdom that I would get throughout. You get little, like you said, C's get degrees. I think I love little mantras like that. Or another one, I can't think of it. I lost it. But there's been so many little mantras and quips that along the way that have been fun.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a great year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember in Revenge of the Nerds? It's going to be a great year, Lewis.
Yeah,
that's right, Gilbert.
I always think of that.
Why didn't you have that one teed up, Jeff?
Well, I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
better
but
luck
I have,
next year, buddy.
I have one more. I have one more related to your dad, and then
You're trying to make me cry.
Well, I'm not trying to make you cry, but I love.
It's good for
this.
ratings, John.
I don't know, Jeff. I think you are.
John. Anything that he's done that you're like, one of your proudest moments. It'd be great for us to hear about that.
Is this a 2-part show, or can I just?
Oh my goodness!
I just thought that was so cool how he said that, and I don't want to make you cry because this is all about.
That means that your dad could go
happy
on and
memories,
on
but-
and on about you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm a lucky guy.
I would say that as well. But the one thing I want to call out is that those were all from an episode that might have been, was that the Father's Day episode?
In 24.
In 24, right?
Yeah.
I remember that. And people had their dads on, and they were reviewing their relationship with their dads. And I wasn't here, but I was listening for the Mother's Day.
Yep.
So your mom that was so great. But what I loved about the mothers was they were immediately triangulating. Betty. I knew
people,
Betty.
yeah.
They like, Betty. Oh my. Well, I was at Betty's wedding, but I loved it. But I think my point is, as you played those clips, Jeff, those you don't know how special those moments are. You have no idea. But the fact that you guys gave yourselves the opportunity to have those moments is huge. And as you move into 2026, I guess that would be one of the things that I would encourage is give let's collectively find opportunities to give ourselves those moments, because we just have no idea how special they'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Again, that's a family heirloom to me, is having that episode on In the Can, as they say.
It was awesome.
Well, speaking of In the Can, I got to get rolling. So
got to get to the bathroom.
More than likely. We are a men of a certain age.
Yeah. Hey, here's
To the
to
can.
2025, everybody.
Yeah.
2026.
Thank you for all listeners and viewers. We really appreciate it, and keep giving us feedback. And hopefully we can have you on the show sometime. Learn about your kindness. Have a great 2026.
Thank you.
Off we go.